This is TWiET.
If you had someone coming in, what would be the one thing that you would want him or her to do, or the one thing that you would want him or her to institute at Microsoft? What's that bit of strength, that bit of position that they would need most in order to make Microsoft into the company that you want to see as an enterprise user, as an administrator, that you would want to see for the next decade?
I think Microsoft needs to play to its strength. It has the ability to control an awful lot of pieces in the enterprise, you know, from SharePoint to Exchange to all these other pieces. There's lots and lots of good pieces, lots and lots of pieces that enterprise use every day. I think what Microsoft lacks right now is communications. I think Microsoft needs a communicator for their new CEO. They need to continue the job that Ballmer's already started on breaking down the walls. Just listening to all my friends at Microsoft and how they complain about, gee, that division's doing that, why can't we do that also? Or, gee, I didn't know that other division was doing that. I think Microsoft needs to start eating its own dog food. I think Microsoft needs to start communicating and sharing technology between divisions. And I think Microsoft needs to bring more of the projects out of Microsoft Research into the mainstream, you know, maybe little bits and pieces. My best example is Microsoft Tag. That was a great technology that was horribly marketed, and maybe it would have done better with better communication.
Curtis, over to you. Same question. The first 100 days of the new CEO, what needs to happen?
I think number one is communicating with people inside the company. I think that the new person at the top of the food chain has to be able to excite the Microsoft employees about what they're doing and convince them that they can be on top again. That's number one. Without that, nothing else is going to happen. Number two is convincing the market, and that means going to the major players, both in the press and in the enterprise space, and convincing them that despite everything that they have heard from a fashion-sensitive marketplace, that Microsoft is going to be not only a technology that they can depend on, but a technology that their employees will want to work on. Get those two communication jobs out of the way first, and the rest will follow.
Oliver, as a man who has actually worked for Microsoft, who's been part of the culture, what's your insider look on the exact same question? What would you want to see out of a new CEO?
Well, one, I can't comment too closely due to my agreement, but I will say I disagree with both Curtis and Chee. In the first 100 days, if some guy gets up there, especially from the outside, and says, I have a clear vision, and tries to communicate that to both the public and the employees, I would hope he gets kicked out. If you can do that before the first 18 months, I think you ought to be kicked out, right? This is such a huge company. And the idea that Microsoft should concentrate on the enterprise, they're winning. And what are you going to do? Throw Xbox out? Stop moving that forward? Stop with the Windows Phone? You can't do that, right? Microsoft is trying to own it end to end. I do believe in that vision. So does Microsoft. So do the people internally. We all dog food our own stuff, whether vendors or internal employees, and most times we like it, right? Right now, there's a lot of question marks with both Office and Windows 8, but under the Windows 7, Windows Server 2008, the Windows Server 2012 section, we all loved it. And by the way, Office, holy mother of God, that is an amazing platform, right? And no enterprise can do without that, and it has zero competition. They are winning. They are dog fooding. And no, they can't toss profitable businesses or profitable directions out of their vision and maintain any kind of leadership going forward.